Hello, beautifuls. Today there's background noise again, but it's background noise of a different kind. Thank you so much for bearing with me about the noise in the last video. And I just take it as a sign. There's literally construction going on. So just know, whoever you are, wherever you find yourself in this moment, you're going through a deep uprooting, adjustment, and transformation period. We're always transforming, but the more we give respects to that and nurture that effortlessly mutable aspect of ourselves, you might be a mutable sign perhaps. I'm not, but that doesn't mean I can't change. In fact, change is the one constant about this whole life. So we're gonna see what's changes going on in your life right now. 555 or 55 on the clock. But facts, maybe you're like clocking two of the changes or a few of the changes, but there's a lot of adjustments that's gonna take place in your energy that you don't even like, you can't even predict it yet. Like, excuse me, but let's get into it, guys. Spirit, what messages would the collective love to know? Be so thankful to know. Okay, so we got the world. Exactly. Oh my god, I just feel like on a larger scale the world is changing. Oh, and I thought about this the other day, because I think as change bringers, as people who recognize the power of our own autonomy and sovereignty within this world, we understand we're so powerful within ourselves because we serve as a reflection to the world, regardless of how people see it or pick up on it. People might be triggered, but sometimes you need that trigger in order to open up a new part of you. And whether or not they're coming to the other side of their transformation within or be in front of your eyes, before your eyes, I was gonna say, literally, does not mean that change is not happening, does not mean that you're not inspiring grand shifts on a larger scale that you like. It's like impossible to see, for real. Like, you don't even know. 3, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. You don't even know the extent to which your stride down the street is blossoming this world and pollinating the very air that people breathe. Like, but when you're someone like that, right, you're like a majestic fucking being just gracing the earth. And the truth is, we're all like that. But when you recognize that in yourself, you're able to embody it. And when you don't, you're not. That's why some people aren't able to take up space. They're not able to be within themselves. They walk down the street and they're hiding. This is not true. And maybe it has been you. Maybe you struggled with it. But baby, this is I think one of the shifts that's majorly adjusting and transforming how you experience yourself and how you experience the world and how the world experiences you. 333 on the clock. It's all just a grand reflection. So I'm so excited for you. Okay, you're gonna be victorious in this as fuck. Okay, 6 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. What greater victory than to know yourself? What greater victory than to see yourself in your highest expensive form, and not in some way where you're looking down at the past, but you've just built up strength through these other versions of you that weren't necessarily the most empowered feeling. You know what I'm saying? But they're all perfectly valid forms of self. Like, he has the strength of the lion, so his ultimate like form is the lion. Like, it's giving me werewolves right now. Okay, your ultimate form when you're in your highest power is the lion, right? But he's also depicted as a human, and there's nothing wrong with the very human aspects of being in this fucking realm and being alive, my ninja. Yeah. Literally. Oh my god, such good cards today, okay? We've got the Hanged Man, the Ace of Cups, and the Magician. Wait. Alright, hopefully we picked up on something there. But I'm gonna just go through them with you, okay? The Hangman speaks of a shift in perspective. Literally, what I was speaking on, you seeing differently, and not because you're forcing a mindset shift or you're like holding your eyes open in attempts to be woke or some shit like that. But you're genuinely, it's like you're becoming lucid in a dream. You're becoming lucid in the dream that is life. You're recognizing that there's no difference between the waking and the resting realms. Whenever you gain consciousness, you can choose within that. Like, you know how people be like, oh, the rarest type of dreaming is lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming just means being aware that you're in a dream, aka that awareness is granting you more autonomy within the dream. You're able to, you know, flow with it. You're able to summon different things in your reality, and you're able to shift the scenery, the environment, simply because of your internal state and awareness. And there's nothing different when it comes to waking day. You are becoming lucid in the dream that is life. That means you are becoming aware that this is your fucking shit. Like, this is your world, bruh. The world is through your eyes. I'm gonna need you to understand, there's nobody, like, anybody can give you advice or inspire you, but at the end of the day, it's you feel me? Like, I feel like fighting this. Oh my god, literally 369 or 639 on the clock. So that's giving, like, literally wipe off the lens, wipe off the blur, allow yourself to see yourself for who the fuck you are. Cause you are magic, bro. You're magic. I be trying to get a cute thumbnail in here or there, but, and don't mind the construction, but literally, like, ain't it magical? Ain't it magical that we are creators, that we can construct, deconstruct, reconstruct, and destroy, and remember, and forget, and discover, and fall in love, and adjust, and paint, and kiss, and water ourselves, and water our plants, and nurture our garden, and then harvest from the garden, and just vibe. You might really love plants, or you're being called, oh my god, you're being called, if you're someone who doesn't have plants at all, or you just have no green thumb, keep trying. Start trying. And buy one plant, but like literally get a pothos, bro. Get a pothos. It's so easy to take care of, bro. Get a pothos, or get any type of low maintenance plant, or like heavily forgiving plant. And this is what I'm hearing. Oh my god, girl, hopefully this is not too loud in the back, because I know that it is. I'm just, oh, silencio. Oh, anyway, what was I saying? Any type of, oh yeah, I was gonna say a plant that is easily forgiving. So something about that is giving me with this, like, this is like a little, like, fun little task for you, especially if you don't have plants. And if you do, girl, go buy yourself a new one. I know you want one. I know you got a couple of plants on your plant spo, Pinterest board, whatever the fuck you got. But if you don't have a green thumb and you don't have any connection to Gaia in that type of nurturing manner, I really suggest you get a heavily forgiving plant, and this is gonna teach you self-forgiveness in it of itself. Don't know how to put it that way. But yeah, literally, I think I put it that way because it's like, that's the same thing as saying, like, it's just like a fancy way of saying whatever the fuck in it of itself. Like, that's like having a shoe tie, or like having lace, you know what I mean? But they both do the same thing, and they both tie it up. This is what I'm saying. You have a nature that can be poured into, nourished, and it necessitates being treated with care. But maybe you're not able to go fully, or maybe you're just being called to go in it of itself route. Hopefully this is making sense. I think the way I think about it is a little divergent, but literally, But literally, for plants to grow, they have to diverge from what they've been. They literally have to branch out. So you're being called to take on other nourishing platforms, I'm hearing. Which might even be your diet, your exercise, your self-speech, internal script, whatever it may be. But girl, I don't know. I just really feel good energy for you. Like, you got this. 1, 2, 3 on the clock. We got the Ace of Cups as well. So what's gonna be fueling you in these endeavors, in these adjustments, in life, literally lifestyle changes, and is love, is self-love, pouring to your cup, being genuinely motivated by seeing yourself happy, and not in a way where you always gotta be happy. But if you really want to see yourself happy, you also want to see yourself sad, or you want to be there with yourself. Truly, when you are sad, when you're angry, when you're anxious, you want to show up for yourself and be so present with yourself through whatever you face, because you love yourself. 11 o'clock, and that is what gives you happiness. That's what makes your happiness pure. If you repress all these other things, you're smiling with tape up. Like, I'm literally seeing someone like Joker, 11/22. Literally, like, your whole brand will become this mimicry or masquerade of something that is fucking not, unless you explore all the realms in and beyond this ideal of happiness, joy, health, or whatever. In order to be healthy, what do you have to do? You got to treat the sickness, right? If you're sick, and not saying you're sick, but if you want to heal, you got to treat the wound. And I was just talking to a friend about this yesterday, 11:55 on the clock. Whenever you are going about this healing journey, don't see it as having an end goal, and don't see yourself as wounded. You might be healing 12/12, but you're not wounded. You're not some wounded soldier, warrior, ba 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 that. What the fuck? But you're not, though, unless you are, and then it's just like, girl, it's gonna take you that much longer to not even gonna touch on it. If you know, you know. King of Cups, girl. Yes. King of Cups is emotional mastery, masculine emotional mastery. So you might be having somebody coming into your life too. That's just a masculine energy and is in touch with the way that they feel, and is not afraid to say how they feel, and is not afraid to embody what they feel, so that they are being honest. Oh, I feel like I'm on the nose with that one. 13:13 on the clock. But you gotta let the bullshit die. You gotta let your script die, that people out here don't have that, especially when it's something you're working on within yourself, because it's like you working on that skill, right? So would you sit there and jack, oh, nobody gets it? At that point, you don't get it either. Like, nobody really like in touch with their emotions. At that point, neither are you. Like, I don't know what to say. It's a mirror. So you are mastering on a very practical level how you deal with this energy in motion. Oh my god, I recommend also, this is a small little side note, if you are feeling a strong emotion and it's pretty easy for you to pinpoint what that is, especially if it's an uncomfortable emotion, or it's a not undesirable emotion or feeling, you can look up things that would associate with that, or literally just use your intuition as to what type of action, movement, even if it's rest or like slow dance or slow stretching, or literally kickboxing, Muay Thai, like whatever the fuck it is, or screaming, like just check in with yourself as to what actions. Oh my god. Okay, let me finish the sentence. What actions would energetically and physically release that from your system, so that you're not building up stagnant waters within yourself, okay? Your cups are clear. and you the king. So let's fucking get it. Empress on the bottom of the deck. Fuck is you talking about? I'm talking about hitting it. And if you got the, you better spend it literally. Having no qualms about what you spend, because expenditure, chariot, let me touch on that later. But everything is an energy exchange, okay? So if you got it, you better spend it. And you got it simply because you're alive. So you got energy. You have intrinsic access to resources simply by being a human being. I'm talking about the resource of attention, breath, senses, feeling, taste, emotion even. I don't know what the fuck that was, bro. Yo, real life, this is real life. You have more coming than you think. Just give yourself more credit. Just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and realize. That's actually, I think I'm gonna probably end up saying that in every single video, because y'all might think it's cringy, but that shit is real. And that's what I'm saying. Something about that. The sayings that get mad popular, they be spitting. Well, actually, some of them are bullshit, and I just be picking apart words and seeing how I feel about them. And I'm gonna make a whole nother video on my other account on it's gonna be cool. I'm gonna like have a conversation with different sayings and like ask them things, and I'm gonna role play both sides, and maybe it's the Gemini, mine, moon, whatever, to get in tune, because my other channel is called Messiah and the Moon, so tap in if you want to. But beyond that, them sayings be corny as fuck, but they be real. They be real, okay? Treat people the way you want to be treated. Whatever the fuck it may be. Them shits are real. So it's something about like, whatever you think is cringy, even within yourself, what you're feeling, that shit is real. Just be honest. Just get up all up. Just get all up in there. Just go ahead and do it. The fuck is stopping you? What's stopping you? Fuck. Literally. So this is what's stopping you? Some bullshit? Let's get into what's stopping you. Because one thing about the stop, it's a what? It's a stop light that turns green. It's a stop sign and it's seen. And then you go past it. Like, it's just a pause. Ain't no real. It's a stop. It ain't an end. Okay? So exactly. The wheel might slow down. You might feel like you're hyper aware of where you are at one singular point in time, because we experience life on a moment-to-moment basis, and the way that society portrays time can feel very restrictive and comparative to other realms of time that don't even fucking exist. So you might just be stuck on, because right now, even now, I'm seeing like a very clear line right now, and since it's reversed, that's the bottom of the wheel. So you like, whenever you feel those lower things, you just like, what the fuck? Like, for some reason, you might be someone who is like, when shit is good, you know it probably gonna pass, or like you might even be someone who's like, you might even meet certain low power. Literally, maybe it's time for you to recharge, girl. Oh, it's got way darker. I kind of fuck with that, though. I kind of fuck with that heavily. But you might be someone who's like, you're so perceptive. You can kind of see or sense, even in one singular moment in time, you can sense other future moments based on the energies around you, based on people you see, or even like, for some reason, I'm getting like you're someone who might meet certain lovers, and it's like, you know what the time, you don't know what the timeline is for real, but you know that you're very comfortable with the fact that everything is temporary. Let's just put it that way. But for some reason, you might tend to like accept that more when things are going good, and struggle to realize that shit when things aren't optimal. But it's like, if you got that same perspective for the good moments, and I genuinely think it might just be like a trauma response, or just like a expectation of a low expectation that, you know, we can tend to pick up if we might have experienced certain disappointments or whatever the fucking case may be, but that shit don't matter because it's not gonna fucking define us, and this is what I'm talking about. If you already came to the wisdom through that, because there's a reason you experience these things. It's not just fucking hearsay is what I'm hearing. Hearsay, yeah, because it's like you can hear about it, but sometimes you really need to experience something, whatever it might be, to gain a certain level of wisdom. So you faced all these things, you've come out with the realization that everything is temporary. Everything does change. Winds keep turning, sun keeps shining, moon keep aligning. You know what the fuck I'm saying. Got me fumbling my dang words. But literally, it's like, when you're down bad, when you in your tennis sores, when you got cause bro, there's just peaks to life. Like, it just happens, bro. It's okay. 21:11 on the clock. I feel like, yeah. Literally, when the moon is like a crescent and you can barely fucking see it, or it's a new moon and it's just nothing to see, and you don't feel like you want to take action, I'm hearing that's okay. Like, for some reason, I'm not reading this as a bad thing. I know Emperor talks about having that grounding, being very commanding of your reality. But it's like, sometimes you guys, like, when you're at the bottom of the wheel, certain things is just life. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I was talking about free will, and they were saying, like, because free will means that you just make a bunch of, like, you have infinite choices every day. And they were saying that you have one choice. Let that cook. 22:11 on the clock, but I really enjoyed that. But it's something like that, like, you got one choice how you approach this life. You accept the flow or you don't. And then it's like, you'll accept it and you'll find you ride the waves like a surfboard. Nah, this is really aligning with so many things I talked about today. It's kind of funny, but it's always that way, isn't it? Either you ride the fucking wave or you get crashed. No, literally, wait. Literally, that's how it be when it's a big ass wave. You just be like, you'll be contorted and shit. Like, that will fuck you up. But it's up to you what you choose. And something about this Emperor versus giving, like, this Emperor takes action. Like, they know what's up. They making the moves. Like, I'm seeing chess in my mind. That might be significant to you, but you don't always have to be thinking you're the go-getter. You don't have to think that you gotta literally tinker with your mind and do construction. Look, the construction ended. Literally. It's not always necessary. Like, you might take moments to work on yourself, but it's not finna be every goddamn moment. Girl, chill out. Why did I say it like that? But maybe I gotta lose control. I don't care if I fuck up. I don't care if I stumble over my words. I don't care if sometimes I feel bad and I'm not gonna turn that shit into a textbook for shadow work. Like, nigga, maybe the shadow was just a place to be and take break from the fucking sun and just be in shade. 10 of Pentacles, bro. You got this, bro. Because the more you master these things in the emotional, spiritual realms, is the more that you find grounding in this physical realm, and you rewrite the relationships, or the false relationships we have with a lot of this material shit, because it's like, take a deep breath with me, bro. Bro, I'm honestly so grateful to be alive, bro. I can't lie. I'm so grateful for this shit. Like, I could have never predicted, bro. Literally. This kept popping up earlier. And it's like, I love how unbothered I am by these negative cards today. Like, sometimes negative cards come out and I'm like, not really, but internally I'm like, damn, like, I hope, not really, but I gotta be honest. Like, it's my, peek into the shadow, nigga. Unrip the curtain. Unrip? Anyway. Unripe is what that's reminding me of. So, she obviously in bondage. But it's a feeling, this feeling of, you know, helplessness, lack of control. It's kind of what I was saying about the Emperor, but this just look a little more intense. But it's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not deterred by that. I actually love the moments where I felt stuck. I love the moments I felt I couldn't do it. I love the moments I didn't know if I could believe in myself and I found out the fuck I could. Because how much more satisfying that is that? How much more satisfying is like it for something to become ripe, literally unripe, and then it's ripe. Imagine like, oh, it's like this. Like, I was waiting for this avocado the other day. I really wanted avocado. I got a lot of avocados. I wanted to eat the avocado, but none of them were ripe yet. And I just had to let that shit really rock. Even though I wanted it with my meal that day, I was like, but it's so much better when it's ripe. And it's not like I'm like suffering because it's not ripe right now. Nigga, it's just not. And it's just literally trying to position itself in divine timing for my meal tomorrow that's gonna taste way better with. Like, whole time. That's significant for somebody. Stop trying to control the timeline, bro. Don't control the timeline. Take command of how you relate to time instead. Take command of how you perceive your moments, bruh. You can find magic everywhere. You could find magic anywhere, bro. I think that's actually the end of the message. I'm not gonna hold you. Because all my cards are out of whack. Yeah. I don't even know. Split into the King of Pentacles, baby. I really feel like I'm talking to Divine Masculine, maybe. But to whom it concerns, everything just relating right now. But to whom it concerns, album by Joe Scott, that's significant. I'm actually gonna go listen to it because I haven't given it a listen yet, and that shit came out still in the winter, baby. It's about to be summer later this month, so don't even play with it. It's damn near summer the way it feels outside. But you got this. You're putting the pieces together, my heart. Yeah. That's all I'm getting. I'm gonna leave it there because I love you so much, and I wouldn't just sit here and chat and waste your time knowing that I trust what I said and I trust it's gonna be received. What the fuck? It's gonna be received by the Most High, the most true, the realest, the rawest, and yeah, I fuck with you, bro. Like, keep doing your thing. I love you.